Hey everybody, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I'm Bill. We're in the JustFlight Turbo Aero, the T-tail version, which for whatever reason I like a little bit more than the Cruciform. We're going to fly up to Monterey tonight on PilotEdge, online ATC network. My wife Julia is meeting some girlfriends up in Monterey in a couple of weeks, and we're kind of juggling some ideas on how to get her up there. One of which is me flying her. There's a couple of things that have to fall into place in order to make that worth it and a viable option, but I realized that I hadn't done this flight in a piston plane in the simulator. I've done it a handful of times with some of the jets in X-Plane and in Microsoft Flight Sim. So we're going to try it with this Turbo Aero. We'll be able to get a little bit more speed out of this thing higher up. So it'll be kind of like Baby Bonanza ground speeds, which should make this flight a little bit more suitable for a stream. But I wanted to get a feel for just how this flight goes. Obviously the time is not going to be identical because we're going to be in a much slower plane. Time building, not that big of a deal, but you know, I definitely don't want to do a 2.5 hour long GA long haul stream. So it should be fun, and it's going to be a good use case for flight simulation and air traffic, you know, like PilotEdge air traffic control, to test out a flight that may or may not be something that I want to do right now. But it'll be fun at least to test this route out and get a feel for the terrain and anything that pops up that we might want to think about before we do this flight. So this is kind of like a planning flight. So we're run-up complete here at the midfield run-up. I just had an amazing afternoon flying in the back of a King Air for the first time out of the west side, or sorry, the east side, ACI South. So I decided to depart from this side of the airport, which is where we took off in the King Air today. So I started on this side of the field, and it still feels like, you know, the when I first started flying. Let's freaking do it. Where is the best place to learn aviation? Tuma, if you are looking from scratch, the best place to start, I'm going to have to say, is the Discord. Our Discord community is absolutely amazing. 1,600 plus members. We'll help point you in the right direction.
Crossing at Foxtrot, staying on Alpha 321 Foxtrot.
John Ground, Cherokee 204 Lima Echo, midfield run-up complete, ready to taxi.
Cherokee 204 Lima Echo, John Ground, runway 20 left at Kilo, taxi via Alpha Hotel Charlie Kilo.
Alpha Hotel Charlie Kilo, 20 left, Cherokee 204 Lima Echo. Okay. So we're kind of not on Alpha. We're just Hotel Charlie Kilo, but they'll usually say this little intersection right here. If you pull in straight, like this is Charlie. So hotel is this this intersection off the runway. Ding, 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 ding.
Walker 542 Los Angeles, Center, good evening.
And Steve just texted me a picture or a video of I'm on a 10-foot wide projector in his living room there. So that is awesome. My face is probably life-size. That's some good entertainment right there, Steve, after a long day of flying, is watching a long flight. Hopefully you've got an adult beverage and you are taking notes on everything that I'm doing incorrectly.
Winning 205, Papa Whiskey, contact Los Angeles Center, we'll see you. Contact Los Angeles Center, see you.
Wow. That was something else. This is not really that important, but another flight sim PilotEdge ism. In this situation, that was a hard one. URL. I appreciate that. John Wayne Ground would pass us off usually to a tower frequency, either to monitor or to contact, and they'll generally tell you which one to contact. Because we're taking off on the Mesa departure, I'm gonna hold short here, and I'm gonna call up local 1, which is 26.8, and see what.
738 Delta, Santa Maria Tower, say altitude.
There's local 1. Let's get approach in there.
738 Foxtrot Delta. Sky Foxtrot Delta, thanks. And right down.
This is a little bit of a rogue move, but let's see if it results in getting yelled at.
Station 0, Charlie Mike, turn right heading 170, just to maintain 3000.
God, like, so weird. Like, we were just here. Just freaking nuts, man. I love aviation in this sim. Oh my god. John Wayne Tower, Cherokee 204 Lima Echo, holding short 20 left at Kilo.
Station, correction. Cherokee 204 Lima Echo, John Wayne Tower, runway 20 left at Kilo, clear for takeoff.
20 left at Kilo, clear for takeoff. Cherokee 204 Lima Echo.
Skyline 2025 Fox.
This URL says bless you.
6.8.
Okay, lights, camera, action, fuel pump is on. Cleared. Cleared to the right. Cleared to the left. Mixture is part of the action, obviously.
Entered runway 20 left. 2,500 feet remaining.
John Wayne Tower, Skyline 3025 Foxtrot is crossing
Let's go.
Here at 3,500.
Skyline 3025 Foxtrot, John Wayne Tower, enter right down, runway 20 right, report midfield.
Okay, we're good. Airspeed is alive.
Right, report midfield, 3025 Foxtrot.
Skyhawk 738 Foxtrot Delta, midfield, right downwind for
We're coming up. Props coming back.
Foxtrot Delta.
Yes, Julia is resetting the stream. We haven't picked a date, but her stream will be coming back, and I'm very excited for it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, she will be streaming very soon.
1025 Foxtrot.
Heck yeah, John, look at that.
20 flying Echo, turn left heading 200, happy flight 200 heading on the way out.
Alright, 200, Cherokee 204 Lima Echo.
And Cherokee 4 Lima Echo, traffic 12 o'clock, so move to your 1 o'clock once you make the turn, and 3 miles as a Skyline at 3,600 and then right down for 20 right.
Looking for that traffic, 204 Lima Echo.
510 Charlie Mike getting back on course, sorry about that.
2 Charlie Mike, roger.
Skyline, huh?
025 Foxtrot, traffic.
Do you have to buy the airplane in this game? Yeah, this is a payware plane.
300, and he's on the departure off of 20 left. You're going to right down for 20 right now. This time he's going to be passing off your right wing.
And the traffic, site 25 Foxtrot.
We're 204 Lima Echo, flighting 220, contact SoCal departure 128.1.
220, contact departure 204 Lima Echo, see you. SoCal, good evening. Arrow 204 Lima Echo, 2000, climbing restricted.
Arrow 204 Lima Echo, SoCal departure, radar contact, for zone navigation, maintain appropriate bit for altitude.
ONAV and altitudes, and we're going to go up to 6,500 and then to our original plane. We're going to take the coastal route northbound, Arrow 204 Lima Echo.
Arrow 4 Lima Echo, roger. Remain outside Los Angeles class Bravo airspace until advised, and report when established on the Los Angeles 123 radial at 6,500.
We'll stay clear of the Bravo and call you established on the coastal route northbound, Aero 204 Lima Echo.
Station 510.
Okay, so we're going to go up to 6,500. So since we're a little bit faster of a plane, I think we can make it up there. We're heading to Monterey from the LA area. We're just leaving John Wayne.
Zulu, taxi, runway.
God, it looks so great. This is a lot. This is a lot of climbing to do for a 180 horsepower.
Who are you calling though?
So this will, I think, this makes it simpler because we don't have the contact approach on the other side of the special flight rules, which is a CTAF transition. So this will be able to maintain positive control, and it'll make it much easier. Yeah, John. Yeah, it's more powerful and it's turbocharged, so we're gonna continue to get better climb performance here. So this, I mean, already we're getting up there. So we're on nav, and we'll stay clear of the Bravo. We've got plenty of space to stay out of the Bravo area.
3 mile final for runway 20 right, report on site.
And the traffic inside 25 Foxtrot.
Selling 25 Foxtrot, caution wake turbulence behind the citation. Runway 20 right, cleared to land.
Runway 20 right, clear to land. Caution for the wake turbulence.
You know, I think I've been to Hawaii only once in this sim.
9968 Foxtrot, runway 29er,
do that.
taxi via Echo and Alpha, cross runway 29er at Echo.
My in-flight entertainment. That's awesome. Happy to provide entertainment.
Alpha 2, request taxi to short term 738 Foxtrot.
Yeah, I gotta check that out. That sounds pretty fun. Okay.
738 Foxtrot Delta. You can't change from tower to ground on your own, sir. Next time, give me a call on the tower frequency. Taxi to parking via Alpha, cross runway 20 at Alpha, and remain this frequency. It's pass for Cat 4. Just don't change frequencies on your own.
Montgomery ground, good evening, Cessna 339er Sierra Papa, looking for IFR clearance to exploring.
738 Foxtrot Delta, copy it, and here, read back.
So 5,000 climbing, 6,500.
Via Alpha, will not change frequencies next time. 738 Foxtrot Delta.
8 Foxtrot Delta, you can cross runway 20 at Alpha if you need to.
Thousand feet to go. Yeah, this is a piece of cake on this plane. It's actually probably not a bad idea to do it in the Cherokee. The way this is going, I bet we could get up to 6,500 in time. I'm still having issues with my sensitivity controls. When I take off the plane, still goes side to side like medium
You're on the
turbulence.
ground
Interesting.
frequency, sir. Check your frequency. Yeah, on Montgomery ground. Walker 542, Los Angeles Center, 124.6.
Yeah, it'll do. It's like debonair F-33 Bonanza speeds up high, which is great. And once we get once we're out of this transition, we'll go up to 8,500, and that should help even more.
Walker 542, LA Center, roger. Station 510 Charlie Mike, taxi to parking via Alpha, monitor ground.
But yeah, this is a piece of cake.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Just like, we were just freaking here, Steve. Are you kidding me? Whiskey Canuck, welcome. I've got some scotch right here, kind of close.
Sky 329 Sierra Papa, clearance available.
Oh, there we go. Sorry, I was
9er Sierra Papa, roger.
distracted. There
Sky
we go.
339 Sierra Papa, clear to the Torrance Airport. Fly heading 270, expect radar vectors Oceanside, that is filed. Climb maintain 3,000, expect 6,000, 5 minutes after departure. Departure frequency.
You were just finishing a scotch as well. That's awesome. Yeah, it counts.
Okay,
It counts.
339er Sierra Papa, clear to Torrance via heading 270, radar vectors Oceanside as filed. 3,000, 6,005,
Okay, get the altitude down here. Get it
119.6,
down,
and 7323.
Sky 9 Sierra Papa, read back correct.
Okay. I've got my daily driver because I have it mixed with pineapple flavor coconut water, but I actually just got a single malt bottle that I really like. Julia, can you, if you get up, could you grab me that bottle, that single malt? It is freaking good.
Clear the runway and hotel.
I don't like
Skyline
that
3025 Fox, taxi parking via hotel and Bravo, monitor
altitude.
ground.
Taxi via hotel Bravo, monitor ground, 25 Foxtrot. Good night.
It's not close enough. Welcome to Scotch Talk. Oh, dude, URL, that's awesome. Johnny Black. Johnny Black is a great daily driver.
Taxi to 30 for east departure.
Winnie 321 Foxtrot, Santa Maria ground, runway 30, taxi to Alpha.
30, taxi via Alpha 321 Foxtrot.
I buy Johnny Black by the leader. That's awesome.
Santa Maria ground, this would also be for the Cat 5, 321 Foxtrot.
Roger.
Come on. We got a frozen sim here on overboost. There we go. I've got Blue. I've got Johnny Blue and Kirkland blended, and then this single malt, which is really good. Yeah, why are we descending? I don't like that. That we're off by that much. It's like 150 feet low. Is it worth the extra money for the turbo upgrade? It depends what kind of flying you do. I got it. I mean, if you have the non-turbo, they give you a discount, and I think that it's with the discount, it's a no-brainer. But it just depends on what kind of flying you're doing. It gives you a significantly more. It gives you way more range. Significantly more range. 132 radial. So that looks pretty close. That radial is coming in. We'll call it there. Yeah, with the discount, to me it's a no-brainer. SoCal approach, Cherokee 204 Lima Echo, 6,500 established on the coastal route northbound.
Yeah, 20 for Lima Echo, clear to the Los Angeles Class 5 airspace via the coastal route, maintain VFR at 6,500 once at the Class 5 airspace.
Cleared through the coastal route through the Bravo, we'll maintain 6,500 at Cherokee 204 Lima Echo.
Montgomery ground, good evening. Cessna 339er Sierra Papa's at the gas pumps with Foxtrot for taxi 28 right.
God, that looks awesome. Okay, so we're at this point, since we're established, we're going to point it right at the
Number 339 Sierra Papa, Montgomery ground, runway 28 right, taxi via hotel and
departure end of LAX. So when you're doing this, when you're doing these transitions, they're VFR transitions. This is not flying IFR. You obviously want to be follow your instruments best you can, but ultimately you're still VFR. So once we're established, we've got the radial going up and down here, so we're on the radial where we're supposed to be. The VOR, that LAX, is at the end of the departure end of the 2425, whatever, in between the runway and the coastline there. So as long as you're VFR, to get your head out of the cockpit, point the nose at the departure end of the 24s, And that's it. And you'll end up just following that radio all the way out without actually having to track the radio. Once you're established, aim it right there and just head towards it, and you're totally fine. Makes it much easier because this is still, like, you're still VFR. There's still, you know, stuff you want to look out for. There's going to be traffic. There's going to be planes departing out of Long Beach, Torrance, Hawthorne. Like, there's fast stuff that's going to be climbing pretty high. So pretty fast, I should say. So keeping your head out of the cockpit is good, and just aiming it visually makes it very, very easy.
Right turn approved, take off at 30, 321 Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Number 204 Lima Echo, contact SoCal approach 134.9er.
34.9er, Aero 4 Lima Echo.
SoCal approach 3330 Alpha, 10,000 feet.
Number 3330 Alpha, SoCal, and what else do you need to send down?
I was flying the Arrow and was trying to land at the airport that doesn't have navigation system, only runway lights, but was in the storm, so I couldn't see the runway. In that case, what should I do? You would be IFR, and you would go missed and go somewhere that has an approach. If you were instrument rated, is the short one. SoCal approach, Cherokee 204 Lima Echo 6,500.
Number 204 Lima Echo, SoCal approach, Los Angeles altimeter 2984.
2984 Cherokee 204 Lima Echo. I have 30, whatever the reciprocal is, 312. 312. So I just aim it. I just aim it at the departure, and I don't. Once I'm established, I just aim it right there.
We're a Piper 28 uniform.
Pretty good. Or your HSI. I can't remember what nav 1 goes to in this bucket. it has to. Yeah, 132 plus a 180. Yeah, reciprocal. I don't do math. So yeah, so it should be a 3, right? Oops. There you go. What is VLOC? Okay, yeah. So it's working as it should there. At 200 subtractly.
3330 Alpha.
Beautiful.
Up the weather for Corona, and I'll take a visual approach runway 2.
So I have the transition up here.
Visual approach into the airport itself.
So once we get the VOR, we'll be on a 323 radial out of there,
Heading 170
and then we will be on our own way. Dude, heck yeah. Look at how far off I am. I'm not even close to that.
Bobber Tower, Cessna 6978, Cessna 172 at 1,700 to land 5
if we can
miles
spot the actual
Airport,
station.
so you got to contact approach first.
Is it going to show up on here? Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's over there on the left. Whoa.
Van Nuys
Whoa.
ground, Piper 177 Bravo Echo, with information Lima, I'd like to request VFR to the west, flight following at 6,500 to Santa Barbara.
Right, it feels good, doesn't it, to
Piper
be
28 uniform.
GAing again? Welcome to
Aero 177
Don, Diego, and Tumas. Also Gary Blue Skies. Thank you guys for joining the Discord. Perfect timing on that Nightbot. Thank you.
Feedback correct.
Adding to the 1600
697, you
plus.
still on my frequency?
Still here, 6978.
Yeah, you're inside my Class Charlie airspace, and I didn't acknowledge your call sign until just now. You also need to contact approach first before you can enter a Class Charlie airport. Were you aware of any of this?
I wasn't aware that I needed to contact approach or entering the class Charlie, and I wasn't aware that I was that close. There was actually traffic on the radio, so I wasn't able to contact.
That means stay outside my airspace. You can talk to me, though. That doesn't mean come into my airspace.
Yep. Word. I wish this altitude hold would be a little bit better than
Montgomery Tower, good evening, Cessna
just
339er Sierra
trimming it
Papa is
and
holding short
hoping.
of 28 right IFR.
Sorry, last week I'm calling SIG and I was writing something up.
Montgomery Tower, Cessna 339er Sierra Papa holding short of 28 right for IFR.
We're 339er Sierra Papa, Montgomery Tower, and 28 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 28 right, Cessna 9er Sierra Papa.
Van Nuys ground, Piper 177 Bravo Echo with information, Leva. We're at the EVGA parking off of Bravo, ready to taxi.
Number 177 Bravo Echo, Van Nuys ground, runway 16 left, taxi via Bravo Charlie.
Number 16 left via Bravo Charlie, 77 Bravo Echo.
Man, I cannot believe I got
approach, 321
freaking King Air. I got to be in a freaking King Air today. That was so cool.
Would like flight follow to Bakersfield at 6,800 feet. Mooney 321 Foxtrot, Santa Barbara approach, squawk 1424 and ident. Squawk 1424 and ident.
Oh man.
321 Foxtrot.
So I'm gonna let it creep, let the altitude creep up a little bit more.
6978 Santa Barbara.
6978, go ahead.
You left the Class C surface area, but in the outer shelf there, you started to climb, and you're climbing it back into the. You're still in the Charlie, rather. So you kept yourself in the Charlie by climbing. Are you looking at the airspace chart, sir, or how are you figuring out where the Class Charlie is to get in here?
I guess I misread the chart. I saw it as, I'm not seeing this class Charlie.
Number 321 Foxtrot, radar contact 10 miles northeast of the Santa Maria Airport. Santa Maria altimeter 1084, maintain VFR. 2984, maintaining VFR 321 Foxtrot. Number 333 Zulu Alpha, descend to maintain 5,000.
Lethal, that is very nice of you to ask. I start on Monday. I just got my new email address today, so that is cool. I'm excited to get that going. I've been busy being an accomplice in the committal of aviation, so I have not set anything up yet, but yeah, it's a very minor but cool thing when you got your new email
Aero 5 Mike Juliet, Palomar ground, runway 24, taxi
set up.
Alpha.
It's big happenings. Fuel pump is coming on. I'm going to go to the outright tank. Fuel pressure is good. Fuel pump is coming off. HT is looking good. Fuel flow. How is our fuel flow? Should I be leaned out a little bit more? Yeah.
Number 204 Lima Echo, connect SoCal approach, 134.2.
34-2, 204 Lima Echo.
Van Nuys Tower, Piper 177 Bravo Echo, holding for runway 16 left, ready for departure.
Number 177 Bravo Echo, Van Nuys Tower, proceed on course, runway 16 left, clear for takeoff.
Copy, proceed on course, clear for takeoff 16 left, 77 Bravo Echo. Thank you.
SoCal approach, hello, Aero 204 Lima Echo 6500.
Aero 204 Lima Echo, SoCal approach, Van Nuys altimeter 2983, your exit in the Class Bravo airspace, resume navigation, maintain appropriate VFR altitude.
Alright, ONAV, I'd like to request up to 8,500 Aero 204 Lima Echo.
Roger.
Okay, so we are making progress now. How about that? And I'm gonna aim it towards Santa Barbara. What do you say? That would be enough for me, but I don't use live ATC, so it's not a problem here.
321 Foxtrot, contact Los Angeles Center, 135.5.
Have you noticed better FPS since new update? It kind of depends. I think the World Update 5 will be. I'm excited for that one. That should bring some excellent performance increase. So I'm hoping for something there.
SoCal, good evening, Cessna 339er Sierra Papa 3000.
You guys, there's nothing to be nervous about. You got plenty of resources. I'm doing the Alphabet Challenge IFR from Grand Canyon to Lake Havasu. Super boring. Glad I can watch 4LE while I'm flying. PW, that's awesome, dude. I'm glad you can join us as well. So obviously my use for Flight Simulator is probably very different from yours, BD, and Jeff.
You're already receiving flight following, sir. You can emit all of that except for the altitude. All I need from you is the altitude when you check in. The Santa Maria altimeter.
Okay, Papa Whiskey, 5 Papa Whiskey. Okay, I'll keep an ear out for that. So, like, my use case is very, very different as a real-world pilot local here. So I've got other reasons to want to add the ATC stuff in there. But it's really where you've got so many resources that can help get you there. And Jeff, like, you know, honestly, if you want to and you need some help or you have questions, always ask. You know, the Discord is a great place to, at any time, day or night, ask a question about communication. We can also jump into, like, you know, one of the voice chat sections. And to me, it's from a simulator perspective. The way that I look at it, and I've completely admit to being skewed by how I use it and that I fly in real life, but to me, the simulation aspect of this is it's simulating real life stuff, right? We got complicated airplanes, you've got all the scenery, everything's there. Why not simulate real flying? And a major part of real flying is the airspace and communication. So for me, it's turned into, from a flight simming perspective, a necessity to have the radio interaction, unless I'm doing a flight that does not involve ATC, which, you know, like in bush flying or doing something that's just does not involve ATC. But part of the experience, part of flying, part of wanting to simulate real world flying is having air traffic control and you know, using airspace. And that's part of the fun for me. Yeah, dude, and a little trimmed up job today. It's not clean by any means, but yeah, I did my little perpetual 5 o'clock shadow. I worked for Angels baseball, the baseball team, and they do not allow any facial hair. So when I left the Angels, and a couple other people that have moved on from the Angels did the same exact thing. I have not shaved since the 2013 MLB season. I have not been fully cleanly shaved since 2013. Just from, like, my skin just got torn up from having to shave every day, and it's been so nice. I want the radio skills, but I'm just not there yet, and part of my anxiety is being in the wrong airspace. Well, Jeff, I mean that's all stuff that's fixable, 100%. It's there's a lot of stuff, and I think part of where you have a huge advantage is the fact that you know how to use the airplane. You know, a lot of people that come into this, you get kind of like a double hit of not knowing the systems and how the plane works while you're trying to learn airspace and regulations and all that stuff. So I think you have a much better understanding of how to operate the plane and put it where you want it to be, and that helps. That helps a lot. So I think you're closer than you think. So this is the scotch that I got.
Air 20 Los Angeles Center, 135.5.
35.5 is that for 204 Lima Echo?
Yep.
All right, 35.5 for Lima Echo. We'll see it. Same guy. I still have to say it. LA Center, good evening. Cherokee 204 Lima Echo, 8,000 climbing 8,500.
Cherokee 204 Lima Echo, Los Angeles Center, the Santa Barbara altimeter 2982.
All right, 824 Lima Echo, thanks. The classic Laddie. I don't even know how to say this, but it's very, very good single malt, and the price is actually not bad at all. It's incredibly smooth. Kind of a cool bottle too, but Brooke Ladich? I'm not even gonna attempt that. No idea. I mean it though, Jeff. Like I really do mean it. It's the combination of learning the airspace and learning the airplane and how airplanes work and fly and all that stuff. It's that compounding complexity that makes it really difficult if you're just starting from scratch with no instruction. And you know, you effectively have instruction, you know, in the form of the Discord. So by all means, use it. I was intimidated by ATC as well, but I'm going through the CAT lessons, and PilotEdge was awesome. Took a couple of months, and now comfortable in radio comms. The great thing about the CAT ratings is they really thought through the airspace and how to kind of back your way into learning communication. It's perfect for you know, the first flight is uncontrolled, and then it's uncontrolled delta, then it's pattern work at a delta, and then it's delta to delta, no flight following, and then delta to delta, flight following in the air, then delta to delta, flight following on the ground. Then I believe it's delta delta class Charlie transition. I think I'm getting these right. And then it is Delta Charlie, maybe? Or some combination of that, and then it's... I'm losing it from there. But yeah, I mean, it's just, you kind of like build, you build from there, and it's like, it's great. BD, yes, it's a Cherokee Arrow. They're interchangeable. An Arrow is...
Aero 5 Mike Juliet, okay.
Effing slow in the grand scheme of things. So yeah, it's a Piper Cherokee P28 Arrow. So they're all
Aero 5 Mike Juliet.
They're all the same.
Squawk 6715.
What fly-by-wire aircraft is this? Hilarious. We've moved on from the heavy metal, and we're
radar contact.
We're at the pinnacle of aviation right here. The T-tail turbo Arrow. Just a beautiful thing.
Aero 7 Bravo Echo contact. Climate approach 124.7.
There you go. Learn something new, BD. Zulu Bravo Whiskey Sierra Golf. Thank you very much for following ZBW. Welcome. What is PETA? PETA? I'm holding melons.
We're 737 Whiskey Alpha, John Wayne clearance and departure flight heading 220. Maintain VFR at or below 2,400 until advised.
Okay, now I'm redoing the cast, going in reverse to learn more. Cool. Yeah, it's fantastic. Can't wait until Warrior 2. Did you see the new 170? Did I see the 170? I saw the 170 for X-Plane. I've got a friend who's got a beautiful 170, and that would be really fun to get a good 170. First learned about it from you. Sweet. Yeah, well, you know, another really helpful thing is watching streams like this one. Obviously, that's largely self-serving, but like this is how I learned. As I watched streamers that were on PilotEdge and just learned, you know, learned in context in real time. It's very, very helpful. Oh, the 170. Oh, it's Carenado. Damn it. LA Center, Cherokee 204 Lima Echo. You're starting to come in a little bit broken. Do you have a possible frequency change for us? LA Center, Cherokee 204 Lima Echo.
Portland Echo, gotcha. Just had another aircraft call me right after you called. This is a frequency that'll be on all the way up until you start talking to Oakland Center. It should be getting better as you get closer down to my transmitters in Santa Barbara.
Okay, yeah, no worries. 204 Lima Echo. We'll keep monitoring it. Thanks.
Number 321 Foxtrot, Bakersfield approach to you. Second again, please.
Yeah, I mean,
information I told you to include last time.
Carenado is, I don't know, I feel like they aren't as bad in Microsoft. I could just be imagining that, but I've got a couple of planes that I need to buy, and they're all Carenado, and I just kind of...
That was perfect. 321 Foxtrot, Bakersfield approach, Bakersfield altimeter 2975, Delta's current.
That's fine. We're cruising now. 162 over the ground. Find the sweet spot here.
For 737 Whiskey Alpha, John Wayne ground. Information India is current. Runway 20 left at Kilo, taxi via Alpha, Hotel, Charlie, Kilo. Seven Bravo Echo, contact Plan Magoo approach 124.7.
I got it when it came out. I would give it an 8 out of 10. It's a really good airplane to fly. And just, yeah, it's good. That's a good call. SimVenture would be really fun in a 170. Okay, I think that's our sweet spot right there. That should do it right there.
Bravo Echo, Plan Magoo approach, Oxford altimeter 2983.
Yeah, they are very showy. Okay, so I'm gonna come over to the right here. Let's see how this is going to look here. Okay, we are in cruise and cruising.
Go ahead.
Is it possible to get down to 10,000? I can't do 10,000. I can do 1,000. We'll take 1,000.
That is a reservoir.
Maintain 1,000. Let me know when you have
And it is Lake Castillas.
All right, we'll go down to 1,000 and get the weather and approach abreast.
Man-made with a dam.
Number 5, Mike Julia, contact SoCal approach 128.1.
Did you get my thumbnail request?
San Bernardino ground runway 24, taxi via Alpha.
It's not very nice of you, Julia.
Aero 5 Mike Julia, SoCal approach, the John Wayne altimeter 1084.
I missed a dude, but might have been offline. Did you say what you did back? It was just in sales. Yeah. But I mean, it's cool going to Angel Stadium for work. But it is just a job still.
Sky 39 Sierra Papa, SoCal, thank you for Kilo, Torrance, altimeter 1084. What's your approach request? Now, are you okay taking that Albus, or do you want to take her from somewhere else? Sky 39 Sierra Papa, clear to Albus, I'll have your approach clearance momentarily.
We're looking good. Ah, we're looking good.
Number 321 Foxtrot, connect Bakersfield Tower, 118.1.
$8,500. Steve, it depends on where you're at, what you're looking to do. The 152 is great with the little mod pack. 172 is great as well. 160 over the ground right now, Cole. So it just depends what your experience level is, what you want to do with it. Both of those are good. The Bonanza with the mod, the community mod, is absolutely fantastic. I usually run the F-33 and X-Plane. Okay.
737 Whiskey
Can you
Alpha,
fly a little
Tower,
higher with the
Mike
turbo to
Kilo,
get
quick
some
pickup.
better speed, or is it good at 8,500? You could, like 9,500 is where it really starts to get going a little bit, but you know, I'm not gonna probably fly at 10,500 in a 180 horsepower Cherokee, so I'm just gonna kind of chill here. I guess we could go up a little bit higher. LA Center, Cherokee 204 Lima Echo. We're gonna climb to 10,500. It's the community mod, the Bonanza
204 Lima Echo, Roger.
G36 community mod.
And the other aircraft, call and say again.
So that one, the community mod Bonanza flies way better than the F-33 and X-Plane, even with the rev pack. It lands, the G36 community mod lands exactly like the Bonanza flies and lands in real life. It's awesome. It's the best feeling plane that I've experienced in Flight Simulator that I actually have real-world experience in. By a pretty good amount. I can't think of any plane that actually flies closer to the real thing than that does. It's very, very fun.
So on Foxtrot, your downwind is about 4 miles wide. You want to fix that and maybe call me again?
The G36 is a G1000, yeah. Which is I like really the only thing I don't really like about it.
305 Papa Whiskey. Do you want to make it straight in needles, or do you want to
Working Title has a G1000 mod.
Let's do hold.
It's pretty much mandatory for that.
Papa Whiskey. Roger, you're cleared direct needles, cross needles at 1000, cleared RNAV runway 14 approach, and report procedure turn inbound. Alright, cross needles 1000.
Ever since I found out it is an actual real plane and not a man Microsoft came up with.
Would any of that have made sense if I was
Dude, you do not want to fly an Icon in real life. Not at all.
Sir.
Is this plane in the marketplace? Cap, the plane is... I don't think it's available on the marketplace. If you go to JustFlight, JustFlight's website, you can download it from there. Very, very highly recommended. Was that just a courtesy for ATC to let them know how you're going? Yeah, well, whenever I make a change, I'll tell whoever I'm talking to if I'm gonna do maneuvers, if I'm gonna do change altitudes. There's no harm in letting them know. You just never know what, and all they're gonna say is Roger. But we're cruising at 8,500 feet. Hey, we're going up to 10,500. No problem. He's just gonna say cool deal, Roger. But that will just a courtesy, I guess. It's a courtesy that goes a little bit beyond just being courteous. It's for my benefit as well. He could say, well, hang on, we've got a I don't know, whatever, something's crossing above you, hold on. It's part of having that service, is just letting them know and getting the feedback. The King Air that we were in today had a G1000, and it's okay for GA, but when you're doing complex stuff, like FMS is way better.
You're about to exit my class Delta airspace.
Just the really annoying.
It's for the Cat 5, sir. You waited way too long to call me, and came right onto the Delta, which is fine because you were on flight following. But you turned your downwind 4 miles wide on a downwind, headed back to the northwest now inside my Delta, and you're basically just flying unpredictably inside my class Delta airspace. It's going to be a non-pass for the Cat 5.
That is very big patterns.
Head back to the field because you're about midfield at that point.
Freaking
right
hate
the airport,
big patterns.
Head straight towards the airport and then join the downwind. About a mile pattern is what we're aiming for. Not 4 miles, about a mile pattern. So
oh God.
Heading in for 3 miles and then turning right, 10 or left down would have been the appropriate move.
In real life, would riding the coastline be better for emergency situations if you need to try and put the plane down? Jeff, great question. I actually have the profile right now set for the Bonanza, and ForeFlight is for speed calculations. This is the glide distance, so a PA-28 is going to have better glide range than a Bonanza. Right now, yeah, this is not great. We're going over this really annoying Condor sanctuary, and I am taking a
305 Papa Whiskey, contact Los Angeles.
A little bit of a shortcut. I would probably go more over the valley there for that reason. One, to avoid the sanctuary, and two, for the reason you just said. But regardless, if we do have an engine out, And remember that most engine outs are not full engine failures. They're more often than not a partial engine failure. So you will have thrust that would exceed what you would have if you were just, the engine blew up and you had to glide. That being said, we do have a glide range that does put us into more favorable terrain than these mountains. But yeah, it's definitely something that I would be thinking about for sure. I don't know. Yeah, it's climbing up. We're continuing to climb, so that glide range is going to continue to grow as well. So the higher up you are, the more of a glide, the more in glide range you are to many, to more things. Like, this is not very mountainous in general. So if we're up at 10,500 as we're trying to climb to, I think I need to lean in a little bit more here. It just increases the length of time that you have.
And 176 Bravo Echo, stand above approach, altimeter 2983, make straight and release.
Oh! If you are new here, welcome to the stream. My name is Bill. I'm a pilot out of Orange County in Southern California, and if you're joining us mid-stream here, I'm testing out a flight that I'll potentially be doing in a couple of weeks from John Wayne to Monterey, California and back. Haven't done it in a slow plane at lower altitudes, and the simulator is a great opportunity to test out routes and get a feel for what a flight might be like before you do it in the real world. And adding PilotEdge makes it pretty much 100% realistic to what it would be navigationally and airspace consideration wise. So yeah, I think I maybe could have hugged these mountains a little bit. You just get torn up. Yeah, Cessna, that's the idea right now.
5 Mike Juliet, continue and clear.
Any good burger joints around that area? In Monterey? Dude, Monterey is some of the unbelievable restaurants.
Los Angeles altimeters 2986.
Burgers, sure, but there's like seafood and just like all kinds of cool stuff. I would go every year for Car Week, and it's freaking awesome.
I'll have you turn back.
In 2 weeks, Cessna. If we do go, it'll be in 2 weeks. Are you gonna be down there?
339 Sierra 5, of course, Albus 3000 cleared, ILS runway 29 right approach.
So we're climbing and we're still holding 159 knots. So we've only lost 3 knots in this climb. We're climbing really slowly, but it's still pretty good ground speed. I'm in my check ride phase currently, so maybe or maybe not. Gotcha. Well, congrats, dude. That's awesome. That's very, very exciting. When did, at what point did you join the stream, Cessna? I feel like it was really early. Really, really, really early. Like, what does it say you've been a follower since? Following since July 30th, 2018. That's wild. That's really cool. Well, thank you. So is 10,500 the answer for even for the little Cherokee? Just do this earlier. Cruise along at 10. Quick question. I understand the concept of leaning the mixture in planes, but how do you know how much to do it? There's two ways, Stan. One is the EGT. You'll have like a peak EGT, which right there, that's too hot. But basically you will lean the plane out until the engine stumbles a little bit, and then you'd add a little bit back in there.
Whiskey Alpha, turn left and join the coastal route.
We'd have to plan a meetup again sometime in the future. It would be cool if Noel could tag along as well. That would be very cool. So that's yeah, we'll have to do that for sure.
Affirmative.
There's 10. So that's kind of the quick answer to that, Stan. Is there you'll actually you'll hear the engine kind of get happier. The RPM will pick up a little bit when you're ideally leaned, and then there's lean to peak, rich to peak, that whole mess. And I'm not in one camp or the other, but I observe the rich of peak. So until I'm in a plane that just really likes lean of peak, then I'm not going to change that. Okay, so the extra 2,000 feet, what did that get us? Ooh, it got us 10 knots, actually. Holy crap. Good call. 171 over the ground. That is all right. That's some
that was you. It was just
IO 540 speeds right there. You don't have an iPhone charger there, do you? A cord? You do? Do you need it? Is it plugged in?
Sure, I'm 5 Mike Juliet, hearing you loud and clear. That's 134.9.
I do, yeah, but I'd have to go grab it.
Let's have Whiskey Alpha, contact approach 134.
I'm assuming at higher altitude airports, leaning the mixture is required on takeoff. Yes, yeah, you'll set best power for, and you'll do that in the run up. So like when we leave Big Bear, we go in the run up. Go
204 Lima Echo, Santa Maria altimeter 2986. How you doing, Bill?
2986. I'm doing great. Anthony, how are you?
Not too bad. That's 5 Mike Juliet, SoCal approach, Los Angeles altimeter 2986.
Yeah, so you set power, set full power, and then you just lean it until the RPM peaks, and you'll know that you have best power. But yeah, that's definitely something that you need to know before you got to be aware of that. Otherwise, the engine's going to be choked, and you're going to have a bad time trying to take off if you're at any sort of altitude. But yeah, good, absolutely good call.
2986, and thank you.
Where did my single malt go? I'm gonna have a little. I love the sound right here. Little single malt goodness. Yum, yum, yum. Alright, if you are just joining, let me show you what I was doing earlier today. I got back from the airport and immediately started streaming. It's a single malt. I just got it. It is called the Classic Lottie, and it is from Lottage? I don't know. It's that. It's very, very smooth, very good. I haven't had any luck using the mixture control during flight in this plane. The only thing it seems good for is killing the engine at cutoff. It absolutely has a major impact in this plane. So you'll see the RPMs peak, but it definitely makes a big difference. I think we're a little bit leaned. It's pretty sufficiently leaned. Dude, I love Buffalo Trace. I love Buffalo Trace. Yeah, so this was the plane that I went up in today. So friend Steve is a training captain in King Airs, and he had they have a new hire that took up to do some maneuvers. So we did air work. Oh, here's a King Air stalling. We're doing some air work over this lovely little airport. Steep turns over Catalina in a freaking beautiful King Air. No, Brad was not PIC. Just freaking awesome. Did all kinds of stuff. Missed approach at Torrance, missed approach at Long Beach, missed approach at Fullerton, full stop at John Wayne. This was cool too. I don't know why I thought this was so cool, but it just looked awesome with the wing and kind of doing turns around a moving point with a loaded up container ship. Pretty cool. I don't want to show the tail number for this thing, so I'm being very selective as to what pictures I'm showing, what pictures and videos. I gotta go through and edit out the tail number, and I'll probably make like a little video of it. John Wayne is so cool. It's a freaking beautiful plane. Oh my god. Is there anything? Yeah, steep turns, emergency descent, missed approaches. Catalina just looked freaking epic. Yeah, you got the fans humming away. So that was my afternoon. It was amazing. Okay, I'm gonna leave the fuel where it is. Still doing 170 over the ground. I am all for that. Coming up to a beam. Not Paso Robles, Oceano and San Luis Obispo. Two of my favorite airports to visit. They're way the hell out of SoCal if you're in something slow. But it's a fun,
just quiet. There's not much going on.
Fun couple airports over there. Oh.
5 Papa Whiskey inbound the field.
Just turn inbound, Fisher Papa Whiskey.
5 Papa Whiskey, Roger. You can't fall on the ground once.
What 3070 do you have? I have a 3070 and it's very quiet.
Change to advisory frequency approved.
Got 3 case fans blowing right out of it though.
Fisher Papa Whiskey.
Founders, oh dude, I would have loved to get a Founders. I was hoping to get one. That's a good card. I'm surprised that that's so loud. That cooler system is pretty cool. Wonder if my case dampens sound or something. Well, it's either dampens sound or it just has good airflow. So if you have, well, and they're very different cooler types as well, but if you have a good airflow case, the fans aren't going to kick on until the temps necessitate it. So, you know, if you got a good airflow, then you're not going to need, you know, the fans ramping up. I spent some time in a C90. Those are cool. I poked my head and they had one in the hangar. Probably my favorite smaller plane overall. Comfortable and safe. Never stalled in one though. Dude, it was awesome. H Factor. Yeah, it was very cool experience. I've loved King Airs for so long, and it's, you know, every invite I've gotten to go up in one, I was working and couldn't go. So to be able to finally just pop down to the airport and buzz around a little bit was very cool, and being in on all the pre-flight stuff and the checklists, and I mean, we just pre-flighted, and just the whole being involved in the whole thing was very cool. I had to auction off one of my wife's kidneys to get this card. That's really funny. $6.99 for a 3080 Founders Edition. That is really nice. That's what I was eyeing, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do a 3070. It's not gonna be a Founders Edition. It's RGB'd out, and I'm happy with it. Let me show you. Let me show you what we're working with here.
738 Fox Delta, I do not see you squawking the correct code. Are you squawking normal?
So that's the For the Win 3 EVGA card in there. I tried to get the combs on the PCIe cables, and they're
3545.
my OCD is not happy. Not happy with that, but I'm pretty happy with how this build turned out overall. Dude, H Factor, it's freaking money. 10.5 is money. I am hauling ass right now. Could not be happier about it. What are we doing now? 170 still?
738 Fox Delta.
Yeah, 172.
The Santa Maria
altimeter.
altimeter.
Moving. So we're almost a beam Paso now, and we should be coming up on
go to the client and make sure that you select
it's not Paso, San Luis Obispo, and we're coming up on Paso here.
You got to keep the transponder on.
Yeah, I mean, I have like a very selective OCD. Cable management, it gets to a point where I'm just like, it is not worth my time and energy to fix this. I'm just gonna have to deal with it. So it's like the laziness beats out the OCD sometimes, but not all the time.
It appears as if it's good now, and I do see you flashing the ident button. Yeah, you don't need to do that anymore. Just
you don't need to do that anymore.
Cruise altitude is, or what your intended cruise altitude will be.
If you're watching right now, it's your first time, or you're lurking, or what would be another scenario? Your first time here, or you're lurking, or you just for whatever reason haven't joined the Discord because you don't like Discord, give it a shot. It's one of my favorite things about doing this is that community. So if you fall into one of those categories, or just simply are not in the Discord, just try it. Click that link, download it. It's an app on your phone, or you can have an app on your desktop, but you can also do it on your browser, through a browser. I was a Discord browser person for a long time at my previous job because I couldn't download the app.
You can start your descent now.
But
and, I'll submit it again.
dude, it's freaking awesome. Give it a shot. It's one more thing you need a password for. It's one more app that you need. It's one more distraction in your day. But if you're interested in any of this flight sim aviation stuff at all, I highly recommend it. It's so much fun. So give it a shot, and if you don't like it, you can.
Echo contact Albuquerque Center 128.7.
What?
I'm sorry, number 204 Lima Echo contact Oakland Center 128.7. Have a good night.
28.7 Cherokee 204 Lima Echo. Have a great night. See ya.
Get approach 119.6.
I was trying to think. Albuquerque?
What was that approach? 1196?
What FBO? No idea. Probably Monterey Jet Center, I think.
60 single Cascade approach 119.6.
We could go Del Monte.
Cascade, thank you, 60.
I think Del Monte has the restaurant, right? I haven't looked at like the ramp prices or anything, so I don't know. Oakland Center, good evening. Cherokee 204 Lima Echo 10,500.
2226 Tango Cascade approach KG altimeter 3000. Didn't catch if you had Tango, just confirm for me, and expect runway 34 left or 34 right.
Yeah, well, Owen also is different.
Roger, I'll let them know. 204 Echo, Oakland Center, thank you. Pass the Robles altimeter 2983.
Hi, 2983 Cherokee 204 Lima Echo, good evening.
Walker 169, contact Salt Lake Center 135.77.
3577, Walker 169.
Walker 542, descend at path discretion, maintain flight level 240.
Path discretion 240, Walker 542. And how soon do you want us level?
Walker 542, at least probably 80 miles south of Bozeman will work just fine.
Alright, we'll try to be
Walker 169 is in the building.
Shuttle Center, Freedom.
When I hear Jet Center, I always think that the FBO is only available for jets. Yeah. Well, same like ACI jet and yeah. I always think of the Car Week. Okay, so if you didn't need another reason to join the Discord, Walker 169 is in the Discord now. That is freaking awesome, and so is Steve and Daniel. Welcome, welcome guys. Welcome to the Discord. That's super awesome. We got him. We got Walker 169. Montana Flying, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Hello. Being opposite time zones for now doesn't allow me enough time to take advantage of the goodness. Well, we do have a global presence, so you know it's not as big as domestic, but hopefully it'll still be active when you're active or up. But yeah, it's whether you ask a question and bounce, like we're still gonna answer the question and point you in the right direction, even if it's not like a live back and forth. That's so funny, dude. So Walker 169 has a very distinct voice, very like smooth on the radios, and is flying on PilotEdge every single night, and like been wanting him to join the Discord so bad. Oh, there he is. Granite Sky, welcome. Thank you for joining, and Fly Runway Heading. Thank you for joining as well. P doesn't strike me as going away anytime soon. No, it's not. Oh, I see. PilotEdge, not the Discord. Got it. But yeah, so Fly Runway Heading is Walker 169, and flies every freaking night on PilotEdge. Every time we're on, Walker 169 is up, and just like never, it's just like always smooth. So I know, like, Fly Runway Heading, I know your real first name, if like however you want me to address you, Walker 169, Fly Runway Heading, your first name, just let me know whichever you prefer. But I don't know what your experience level is. If you're Marty's fine. Okay, so Marty, I don't know if you fly in real life or like what your story is. Would love to know, but like you're just a consistent positive part of these streams and me flying on PilotEdge. So super happy you're here. Welcome, and that's awesome. Yeah, like every time we hear Walker 169 on the radio, everyone is like, "Hey, Walker 169, yeah." We gotta get him in the Discord at some point. All right, we're making
22632
good time.
Eugene Tower. Understand you look for runway 34 left. Is that correct?
We've got some special use airspace
runway 34 left.
mess here. We're just gonna avoid that instead of bothering with it being hot or cold. I'm just a guy who loves flying and had zero actual aviation knowledge before PilotEdge, and honestly their training program made me what I am today. I don't fly IRL yet. Awesome, dude. Very cool. What part of the world, what corner of the world do you reside? But that's awesome. I mean, I think that like high level sim enthusiast that adds PilotEdge to the flight sim experience. It seems like it's always it always results in some sort of real world experience, which is super cool, because it's so realistic, and the transition is so easy. Even if it's just like flying with a buddy and doing all the radios, it's freaking awesome. Live in Vegas, right on, dude. Okay, cool. So I'm assuming that you're probably going to Flight Sim Expo, then out in San Diego. If not, you should. All right, what time is it? 9:30. Okay, so we're gonna put on the fuel pump and switch to the left tank. There you go. Fuel pressure looks good. Fuel pump coming off. What I like to do is just with an analog clock, if the minute hand is on the left side of the face, I want to be on the left tank. If the minute hand is on the right side of the clock face, I want to be on the right tank. And that's a really great way to just kind of always remember to have your fuel tank on the correct, just change it or whatever. Fly runway heading. Thank you for the sub. I freaking like that a lot, dude. That's a day one Discord follow Prime sub. That's freaking awesome. Thank you so much, Marty. Welcome. Yeah, there's so many fancy, you've got avionics with timers on it. And the fuel and the fuel tank management. But yeah, you've got like all these fancy avionics that have timers built into them. You've got these Garmin watches that have timers. I think the Apple Watch will do it as well, but it can be just as simple as left and right. And I'm a 30-minute, clearly based off of the clock face thing. I'm a 30-minute person. Like 15 minutes is crazy. If you're changing fuel tanks every 15 minutes, you're crazy. So it really, 30 minutes at the minimum, shortest amount of time. Otherwise, like even an hour is fine. If you're going a long way, like you've got, like, it's not going to be that imbalanced. So go an hour. Like in the Bonanza, like Brad does an hour sometimes. Like we're an hour out on the left tank and switch it to the right, an hour back. We don't touch it in flight. So you could be an hour, and the good thing about that clock, watch face thing is you can be if you look at your watch and make sure that you abide by that rule within the hour, within 60 minutes, you will change your fuel tank within an hour. So if it's 9:01 and you look at your watch face and go, okay, it's 01, I need to be on the right side, and you don't look at your watch until 9:59, and switch it to the left, you'll be within the hour. Obviously, if you don't look at the clock and don't look at the fuel tank for longer than an hour, you could go longer than that hour, but usually you're looking at the clock within 60 minutes at least one time, or I guess at least twice.
480 Mike Echo Oakland Center, cleared to Little River Airport, filed, maintain.
Do we smell the garlic yet?
5000, expect flight level 2401, 0 minutes after departure.
Are we too far north, or
departure frequency 119.2, squawk 7206, hold for release.
Oh yeah, we're way south of Gilroy. Never mind. Carry on. Carry on. Let's see what kind of procedures we got.
Just for departure, clearance
approach
from
ILS,
3 minutes, if not off in 3 minutes,
localizer
to
to a right,
advisor frequency approved, and we back correct.
Raceway visual. I think this is circling.
Water 542, contact Big Sky approach 118.907.
Minimums are 1,700 feet.
Walker 234, contact Salt Lake Center 135.77.
Yeah, so we're circling.
135.77.
So we'll just go visual. Not coming in from this side is a mess into Monterey.
Walker 542, Big Sky approach Bozeman Alpha.
Yeah, Gilroy. Dude, it smells like garlic. It's so strong. It's so freaking strong.
Walker 542.
That's so funny. Marty, it's so irrational, but I am like really excited that you're here. Thank you for joining us. Really funny. Contour, thank you for following. Welcome. Happy Little Friday. It's Friday Eve. It's Friday Eve. just left my previous job. It did take a while, but we're glad you're here. Yesterday was my last day at my previous job. Start a new one. New big job on Monday. Extremely excited for that, and I'm happy to have a nice 4-day weekend to get kind of ready to go mentally. Fly some King Airs around SoCal. It's a good day off activity. And hang out with you guys. I was planning on starting the stream earlier. I was like gonna start at 4, but then I got the message about the King Air flight and was like, dude, I am sorry for East Coasters if you're gonna catch the stream, or you know it's gonna be too late, but I gotta go fly in a King Air. I was in the back, like I was up front for all the pre-flight stuff, and then hopped in the back for the real professionals to do their thing. But it's still cool. It's one of my favorite planes, and to finally get a chance to fly in one was really cool. And just I'm based out of John Wayne. I learned how to fly out of John Wayne. Every time I fly, I depart and land at John Wayne. But every other opportunity, I shouldn't say other opportunity, every opportunity I have to fly out of that airport, I feel so incredibly lucky, because it is an absolute beautiful, beautiful madhouse. And like, it's hard to explain how fun it is to fly in and out of that airport. It's just so busy. We had like 4 airliners in front of us and 3 GA planes and crossing and waiting. We were like holding short for 30 minutes at least, probably, to depart. And just like, it was just freaking awesome. Is it John Wayne's your favorite airport? Oh, then absolutely, dude. Get to Orange County and we'll go fly. No, like, no joke. Come to Orange County, and we'll take a beautifully clapped out Cherokee out of John Wayne, and you could do all the radios. Oakland Center, Cherokee 204 Lima Echo. We're gonna start our descent now.
4 Lima Echo, roger. 480 Mike Echo NorCal approach right
on the King Air, are those basically G1000 touchscreens on there? No, it is G1000. So it's straight G1000. They have, I think, 4. Eduardo, what's up, dude? Is it a Walker with 234? All the Walkers, that's awesome. So they have 4 different avionics packages at this particular company. They have a G1000, which is like okay. They have a, I'm blanking on the 4th one. Walkers are heavily here. I can't remember what the 4th one is, but okay, so G1000, this is in ascending order. G1000, Proline 21, which I'm partial to that one, and then Proline Fusion, which is fully touchscreen. I didn't take any pictures of those, but yeah, it's awesome. Well, it does have a GPS. It's just
305 Papa Whiskey Monterey clearance.
It's just terrible. Self-test in progress. We're slant 4 flight tonight. And VFR. We're VFR and slant 4 flight. Do you remember how much is the landing fee for John Wayne? I do remember how much landing fee for John Wayne is, and it's 0. There is no landing fee.
Whiskey Monterey clearance departure frequency 1 21.3.
Destination ATIS is 119.25.
1925.
Papa Whiskey, read back correct.
1925. Yeah, dude, John Wayne is so much fun. Like, it's just, it's an adventure every time. Yeah, dude, landing fees are very rare around here.
Monterey Peninsula Airport, ATIS information kilo 035.
Oakland Center, number 42, Mike Echo, checking in at 14,000 for 230.
Visibility 9 or. Sky condition, clear. Temperature 170. Altimeter 2906. Arriving and departing runway 28 left, 28 right. Visual approaches in use. The FR
$25 for Palomar?
Delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested, leave back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact of the information kilo.
So are you talking about a ramp fee or a landing fee? Because landing fee is rare. Ramp fees depends on where you're at. John Wayne, like ACI has free parking up to 3 hours, I believe. A lot of places will have, you know, if you buy fuel, they'll waive the ramp fee. Yeah, no, it's okay. It's effectively the same thing, I guess, if you're talking about going somewhere and stopping. I guess, you know, like Santa Monica, they have a landing fee. Catalina, they have a kind of a landing fee, but it's like not called that. And then LAX and San Diego have mandatory ramp fees. Like, you can't do a touch and go there. Like, they make you stop and then park and then pay. Kind of semantics, but if you're strictly talking about how much it costs to fly to land and stop someplace, it depends. So John Wayne, like I said, ACI is free up to 3 hours. I don't know if they waive it if you buy fuel. They might, but I didn't know that Palomar had a $25 ramp fee. That seems much. Hello, Arnold. Arnold, I think you sent me a message. I can't remember where it was. Yes to your question. Yeah. Is there any good restaurants in John Wayne? There's not any restaurants at the actual airport, but there are a handful that are like very close, actually across the street. Yeah, you asked about the King Air, and the answer is yes. Are we descending at all? No. We flew, we just did air work over Catalina, did a missed approach at Torrance, okay, air work over Catalina, steep turns, stalls, all that crap. ILS 28 right at Torrance, missed. ILS 30 at Long Beach, missed. VOR Alpha Fullerton, missed, and then the RNAV LPV into John Wayne. Yeah. One of their planes came into Hawthorne today. Didn't know if it was you. No, it was not. Yeah. Western Flight in Palomar. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. I haven't actually stopped at Palomar before. You know, touch and goes, low approaches, but not Not actually landed. So this flight isn't bad at all when you're doing 170 over the ground.
Therefore, Lima Echo, contact NorCal approach 1 to 1.3.
Is that 24.3 for Lima Echo?
0.3, 1 to 1 point.
Oh, 21.3 Cherokee 204 Lima Echo, thanks.
Frontier Flight 442, Denver Tower, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 25 Frontier Flight.
If it was earlier in the day, Arnold, I may have seen them land at John Wayne. NorCal approach, Cherokee 204 Lima Echo descending through 9,400.
For 204 Lima Echo, NorCal approach, Monterey altimeter 2986, and you said you do have kilo.
2986, we do have information, Kilo, Cherokee 204 Lima Echo. Oh, dude, we're gonna fly right over Laguna Seca. Yeah, we're gonna do a Laguna Seca flyby. Hell yeah.
Closing Tower, Walker 542 is off at the end, taxi to the cargo ramp.
See if we can just get a nice straight into 28
taxi
left.
to cargo ramp via Alpha and monitor ground. Have a wonderful night.
Alpha, monitor ground, Walker 542, have a good night.
Eugene ground, November 56, we Tango, would like to request the route flight following direct to Motherboard Kilo, Mike, Foxtrot, Romeo, 13,500, TBM 9.
Cool. Oh, man. Let's see.
2263 Tango, Eugene.
There's a
departure frequency
very
109.6 and
good
block
chance that I might
24
stream
direct.
tomorrow as well. Julia has a lunch day with her girlfriends, and I'm really thinking about firing up the old stream machine midday.
What was your destination and cruise altitude?
Medford Kilo, Mike, Foxtrot, Romeo, and 13,500.
Roger, advisory tax.
Go ahead and taxi, I got Tango.
Yeah, I will. I mean, yes, I will be on PilotEdge. I'm never not on PilotEdge, Marty. As I'm sure you can appreciate.
Are you off of Alpha?
There's an NDB somewhere over here.
Negative, I'm on a parking ramp, but kind of by between Papa and Delta.
Runway 34 left, taxi via, say the ramp via Alpha.
Alright, we're gonna be
Alpha 34 left.
pretty high. We're gonna be pretty high. Dude, very, very quickly becoming my favorite thing to do in an airplane is keeping...
Monterey Airport is just about at your 12 o'clock and 19 miles report in sight.
We'll let you know we have the airport in sight, 204 Lima Echo. I don't have the lights in sight yet. But yeah, quickly becoming one of my favorite things to do in an airplane is just like, it's happened the last couple of flights where there's been a chance for a go-around with planes passing in front of us, crossing the runway, so I've left it really high. and just frickin' shipping it down. Arnold, you might appreciate this if you have some good John Wayne experience. 400 to 500 feet inside of the freeway and make Juliet. So just like full rudder, full slip all the way down. Got the 35-degree flaps in on the Piper. Just dive bomb. It's so much fun. Especially when there's like a couple of planes holding short, like a couple of Sunrise or OCFC planes waiting there. I just know that the students are just like, oh my god, I'm just coming in like a freaking dude. It's so it's just so much fun. Looking out the side window at the runway is pretty fun. What do we got? 18.4, and then do we have the airport inside? We're like straight in. I do not,
Seattle Center, Portland, altimeter.
do not see. Oh, yep, airport's inside.
3001. Descend me timbers to arrival. Landing west.
This is Scotch. That is straight single malt Scotch right there. That's the heavy duty stuff right there. This is 100 proof. Holy shit. NorCal approach, Cherokee 204 Lima Echo. We have Monterey in sight.
204 Lima Echo, thank you. Contact Monterey Tower.
Monterey Tower 204 Lima Echo.
Sky 305 Papa Whiskey, radar contact NorCal departure.
Contact NorCal departure 305 Papa Whiskey. Shoot!
Center flight 442, contact Denver Center 133.67.
Dude, I'm so glad that I wasn't talking in the middle of that. I know you're listening right now. Papa Whiskey, I know you're listening, and you heard that on delay. Well done. Monterey Tower, good evening. Cherokee 204 Lima Echo, information Kilo, about 15 miles to the east. Full stop. Laguna Seca.
204 Lima Echo.
Yep, right there.
Monterey Tower, make straight in, runway 28 left, clear to land.
Straight in, 28 left, clear to land. Cherokee 204 Lima Echo.
Center flight 442, Denver Center, good evening. Climb and maintain flight level 370.
Bank. Okay, we are going to be straight in. That was a very hard SIA. And now the always awkward cruising along at 160 knots over the ground and then having to slow it all the way down to 60 knots to land this pig.
NorCal departure, Skyhawk 305 Papa Whiskey at 2600, and FY we were negative flight following.
So 305 Papa Whiskey, NorCal departure.
Yeah, there's Laguna Seca.
I'll be able to drop you one shot outside Charlie.
Roger, Papa Whiskey.
Cool. Well, we are clear to land 20 miles out, so that's good. The benefit of relatively quiet airspace. I always forget that Monterey is a Charlie. That seems so stupid. Monterey is the Charlie, and Long Beach is a Delta. What is that about?
Takeoff, on course approved, 134 left, 60 single.
There's Laguna Seca. Oh, dude, that would be so cool to see that from the air in real life. That's awesome. Yeah, Arnold, if my safety pilot falls through, thank you, Marty. If my safety pilot falls through, do you want to get your ride up to Monterey? I know you're like a professional turboprop pilot now, but I'm gonna pop the prop here and add a little drag. And actually, let's do... I did exactly what I wanted to, somewhat, and be very, very high up. So let's slow it down. We'll get gear safe speed right there. Drop the air brakes. Oh yeah, they're coming out. It's not the same effect in the sim versus doing this in real life, but pulling the power and just going full slip. That's all she's got right there. That's all the rudder right there. Yeah, it doesn't work, and it also doesn't have the same feeling. Let's get the fuel pump coming on too. Okay, so we got mixers full rich, fuel pump is on. But I mean, this is pretty good right there. That's almost 2,000 feet a minute right there. Oh, there's so many cool restaurants right around here.
Sync rate.
There's a good steakhouse right on the approach end here. We're gonna fly right over that steakhouse. Look at this.
500.
Yes, this is awesome. That is awesome. That's how you descend right there. And now we need kick the rudder out, add a little power. Yeah, dude, that's so fun. And I cannot, if you've never done that in a real airplane, I cannot stress to you how amazing that is to do in a real plane. It's and then just round it out at the exact perfect time, and just land it after being absurdly high. And of course, in real life, I'd be a lot more. I'd be all over that center line. What's up, Ricky? Yeah, dude, it's so fun just dropping it like that. Monterey Tower, Cherokee 204 Lima Echo. We are clear 28 right at Kilo. We're going to Del Monte. Laps going up.
Lima Echo, taxi to parking via Alpha. Have a great.
Parking via Alpha 204 Lima Echo. Have a great night. Thanks for the help. See ya. She's not gonna do it. She's not gonna ever do it. I will get a C out of her at one point. Come on, Geneva. Well, yeah, thanks, Ricky. I don't know how that was not a very great landing, but thank you. The feeling is weird and cool. Like it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel right, but it works. Dude, I love it. I didn't the last the last one that I did on Saturday was more dramatic, and I actually have pretty good footage of one. There was so at John Wayne you've got parallel runways, and the little runway is on the side of the terminal. So all of the jets have to cross the little runway in order to take off on the big runway. So when we're landing, we're coming in and approaching, it's really busy, a lot of departures. You'll have airliners taxiing in front of you on on your final approach. And if they're hanging over the edge of the runway, it's not a good situation. So I'm always ready to go around, and I try to leave it as high as possible, because if I'm going to go around, I might as well be high up, and not do a low level go around. So I try to keep it high. The other reason is if the crossing traffic stops, and I'll show you this. I'll show you this in a second. But okay, cool. There's Monterey. I love that. This plane is awesome. Thank you guys for watching this on YouTube. I love you. Okay, bye. Let's shut this thing off here. That sounds so legit. All right, let's do Insta 362 now, display. So this is a wide angle lens, so it doesn't always come out very noticeable. So fillet bob here, and let's do this. This was a whole ordeal getting into John Wayne from Flay Bob. So here we go. Let's do there's El Toro. So it's very busy. Let's see if I can. All right, so here's coming into John Wayne. Behind us is Signal Peak. See Signal Peak right there. Here's UC Irvine, which is on the chart right there. And we're number 2, and I think there were 4 other planes behind us, so there was like a number 7 for the runway, and then just like a bunch of arrivals, a bunch of departures. So you have, I'll play this from here. This is part of why I love John Wayne so much, is you have this crazy ballet of pilots, controllers, like working together. It's very, very cool. You can see that there's a plane taking 20 right now, so he's lining up. They're probably gonna send him. I think they're sending him. Yeah, so they're sending him. I'm following behind my buddy in his 170, his Cessna 170. So he's extended. So the 170 is being extended. I think there was somebody in front of him. There's traffic. There's an airliner taking off. There's multiple other planes ready to taxi. So you can see how this is going to play out here. So this guy, they're going to send this dude. As soon as he goes, there's another plane on final, so they're pinch playing that guy. And I hope I'm remembering all of this stuff, but so you've got 2 planes that have pushed. So these 2 guys are going to leave. This guy's about ready to take off. This guy just landed. I've got a 170 in front of me. I don't think we're going to be able to see him. So he's somewhere over there. This guy's rolling. Okay, so he's rolling right here. He's rolling. Another guy holding short at Lima over there. Whoa. Okay, so then we got this traffic on final here. There's my friend in his 170. So you've got 170, you've got Gulfstream. I think it was a Gulfstream or Citation or something here. So he's going to get the wake turbulence. I turn as soon as he's over my left wing. And presumably one of those two planes that was holding, that had just pushed, is starting to taxi. Yeah, I can't tell what that is from here. So there's a plane right here on the parallel. There's a 170 somewhere over here. That's my traffic. There's somebody over here, airliner, that is waiting for this guy to land, waiting for this guy to cross. This is awesome. I hope anybody enjoys this as much as I do, because I think this is the coolest shit ever. All right, so you see that guy on 20 right. He's on final. Brian in his 170 is probably short final too. So I square this off. So this is not a very dramatic offset. So there's no other traffic, and I needed the space, and I can't remember if this is the time when he asked me to square it off. I think it might have been. I think we did get a squared off call. So I think I was asked to square it off, so I squared it off. Now I turn on to final, and I don't know. I mean, that's not too bad. But that's pretty far out. Like, I wouldn't want a normal pattern here. I am cutting. I don't know if you can see my mouse. I am cutting. This is MacArthur. This curved road is MacArthur. That's not important at all, other than just that's the name of this road, and it's very noticeable when you're doing pattern work on the left side. I try to dissect like the western third of MacArthur and go from right around here to this little parking structure here, and then straighten that last little bit over the grass. So situationally right now we have one airliner just landed. We've got Brian who's in front of me, and then we've got another plane that's holding short in between the runways. You can see, maybe you can't. I am keeping it really high. I'm not descending at all. 4 whites. Oh yeah, there is that plane there. Okay, so Southwest is going. So Brian just landed. This is what I'm looking at. And this is a wide angle lens, so you can, it's like really distorts what you're able to look at here. So I am on what am I on here? I should be able to tell you here in a second. I am on a final that is, how far out am I? Am I just over MacArthur? Yeah, I'm just inside MacArthur. So I'm inside MacArthur. That looks like it is mile from the threshold. So I'm on a 1 mile final, and they're sending southwest. So this guy lands. They're sending southwest to hold between the runways. Brian just landed, and I am looking at this guy going, okay, you're crossing in front of my runway, dude. Crossing in front of my runway. So here comes we're still not at the point where you'd be at minimums if you were on the approach. So I'm holding right now about 400 feet. I'm actually giving it power right now because I'm looking at this guy and I'm thinking, you're hanging over. Like, that's way too close. So let's go over to handy. Let's go Newport. Go here. This all started from, I like forward slips. So where am I? I am right now directly over this parking garage right there. So I'm right over the parking garage, which is right here, directly over that. So I'm going to go right click here, measure distance, and then so to my touchdown zone, to the beginning of the runway, I am 2,000 feet. 2,000 feet from the runway. I'm at 400 feet in altitude, and I stay at 400 feet. So I'm 400. I'm looking at it too because I'm like, how much can I push this? I'm at 400 feet. I'm at 400 feet. 400 feet over the fence. 400 feet over the fence. Even in the sim, this really wouldn't look like much. But in the plane, it is. So there's 400 feet, and I am on a 1,400-foot final. I am leveled. I've been level at 400 feet this entire time. And then still. Okay. You can see right when I pull the power. Like I had a little bit of power in. Let's see if I can spot where I actually dump it in. It's right at that little loop thing. Does that show up on this? Can't tell if that is it or not, but let's just call it that. I think that's probably about pretty close. So there's 700, 800 feet, 750 feet. So 750-foot final, and I'm at 400 feet. And then we got two trainers right here. He's just made it over, and they're actually sending him. So he's moving, which is when you really don't want to be low behind this guy. So when he's under power, especially static, from a stop moving, you're going to have a lot of thrust kicking off the back of this thing. If he's moving but never stopped, it'll probably be at idle. Still, you don't want to be behind it, but it's when he's stopped and then moving, you do not want to be behind a 737 when that's happening. So here's 400-foot altitude on a 750-foot final. When did you finally decide to go for it? As soon as you cut the power. Yeah, so right here, I actually said, do you want us to go around? And he said, clear to land. And I went, fuck it. I literally just said, like, okay, fuck it. And let's see if this, how this looks. It's probably not going to be as dramatic because we're so wide angled, but 750 foot, 400 foot altitude. Full slip. See, he's static and he's moving. You do not want to be behind that guy. And down. So I could have made Juliet, but Brian in his 170 was right there, so I just let it roll. But yeah, that is, and I was telling Julia this the last time we went flying, when the last time we did a maneuver like this. Kind of similar reason, we were following a plane, but I was, it's all about energy management. Thanks, Dave. It's all about energy management and being comfortable with what you can do with the plane to get it down there. I know I've got the cheater flaps, and I just know that from 400 feet, and now I know from 500 feet above the freeway, because I left it a little bit higher this last time. Dude, I am a center line maniac. If I am not on center line, I am pissed, and I'm going around and doing it over again. Yeah, right there. But this is that's my favorite, is just knowing that those guys are looking. Like, so look at the pitch attitude that you can get in a little plane that needs to land slow with the slip in there. Like, it's the full flaps and the slip. If you really lean into it, you can get a ton of drag. Because the important thing about the left side as well, which is an important distinction to remember, versus the right side, where I can slip it in from 1,000 feet on the right side because I can land it long and I've got whatever it is, 5,600 feet of runway. On the left side here, I don't have that much runway, so I need to be slowed down. I need to have a landing spot picked out to make the end of the runway, because you don't have all day long to float. So to have the confidence that I can keep the plane slow enough to land it, but also come in that steep, it's really, really helpful. And by the way, how John Wayne is this shot right here? This is the AOPA 172, by the way. But like, high wing, low wing, bunch of jets, Southwest. Like, that is such a John Wayne freaking shot. They just rip out of there too. Later. That guy go, later, bro. But yeah, so like when I had Julia land for the first time and was kind of doing my hack job CFI stuff, and telling her just about like energy management and knowing what you can get away with, knowing how your plane can decelerate and what you're able to do, and kind of pushing the envelope a little bit. I mean, it comes with a little bit of like, okay, I made it at 400 super easily. What about 500? You know, and just kind of finding out what you can do with winds are obviously a huge factor, but it's good information to know if you can test it safely about what the plane can do, because you never know in an engine out situation, because you're full power idle. Obviously, it's not full engine out. But, like if you have an engine out failure and you're trying to make a landing zone that you're kind of on top of, how can you arrest your descent and make it down without going 100 miles an hour and, blasting right through whatever your designated engine out landing spot is? So there's applicable reasons to know how to get the plane down really quickly without going super fast. It's not an emergency descent situation as much as it is energy management, and making a landing zone, that's relatively short. So anyway, blah, 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 blah. Thank you guys very much for hanging out with me tonight.